Recently, Bank of Maharashtra was among the first bank to declare the results for the financial year ending March 2026, which according to many experts is one of the best among the peers. So let us deep dive into the results of Bank of Maharashtra. But before that, if you feel like our video is providing any kind of value to you, then don't forget to subscribe the channel and also don't forget to share this video among your colleagues. And whatever I am telling today can be verified from the post-conference call that was held by the top management of the bank dated 20th of April 2026, which I'll put in the link description. So let us start our video. Coming to the business figures, the total business of the bank grew at the rate of 17% and within which advances grew at 22%. The total deposits grew at 14% and out of which the focus of the bank was especially on CASA, and the bank was able to maintain the CASA growth at 52.51%. Now coming to the retail growth, the retail grew at 32%, and if you bifurcate the products of the retail, then the home loan grew at 29%, vehicle and gold, which were marked as the focus products, grew at 56% and 53% year on year respectively. The agriculture and the MSME portfolio also saw a double-digit growth, out of which MSME grew at 11% and agriculture grew at 13%. Under the corporate sector, the bank was able to find some bullish sectors, wherein the government of India is also pushing those sectors, and which bank, according to bank, will see the growth not only in this year but also in the upcoming many years. So what are those bullish sectors marked by the bank are like clean energy, green, renewable sector, in which bank has funded in a major way, and also some infra loans and data centers as well. Now these are the sectors, as I have already told, that the government of India has given a lot of emphasis and support system and has a huge scope and potential to grow. The corporate has grown on year basis at 22%. Now if we bifurcate the figure, the corporate figures come down to 37% and the retail figures come down to 63%. The NPA figures, the gross NPA has reached percentage come down to 1.45% with a 29 basis improvement year on year, and net NPA has come down to 0.13%, 5 basis point year on year. Now recovery in the bank has seen a good performance, within which the right of recovery book, which was marked as a focus area to perform, was around 20,000 to 21,000 crores of right of book, and they have planned annually that they shall be recovering between 1,200 crores to 1,500 crores for the next 5 years. Now coming to the stress figures, the overall stress saw an improvement of 49 basis points, which has come down to 2.93%, within which SMA1 plus 2 is 1.39%, which also improved by 61 basis points. So the SMA1 is only 241 crores, SMA2 stands at 56 crores rupees, and the MSME NPA number has actually come down and has come down to 1.54%, which is again an improvement. Now coming down to the operating figures, the profitability aspect. So the operating profit is 10,826 crores, which grew year on year basis at 16%. Net profit with 7,019 crores grew year on year at 27%. And the bank closed the net interest margin with a figure of 3.19%. Now the full ROE stands at 23.19%. And the net interest income also has grown handsomely with 17% year on year growth. Yield on advances, the bank was able to maintain at around 9.05%. The cost of the funds and the cost of deposits both have seen a reduction. The cost of funds at 4.15% has reduced by 7 basis points year on year, and the cost of deposits has improved by 14 basis points year on year at 4.52%. Also, the CET1 is standing at 14.59%, out of which CRAR, that is capital risk to adequacy ratio, is at 18.36%. And at present, the government of India holding stands at around 73.60%. The interesting fact to know is that the FII shareholdings has gone up from 0.39% in 2023 to 5.8%. And Likewise, the DII, domestic institutional investors figures, excluding the LIC and the bank treasuries, has gone up from 0.24% to 6.68%, which again shows a staggering figure of improvement. The bank has made provision of around 200 crores for the West Asia crisis. Now the Gift IBU Center, some interesting facts. On 13th of February 2025, the bank has got the nod from Reserve Bank of India, and it took 6 months to book their first business. That is 13th of September, 4 transactions were booked, and September 2025, they had 100 million of overseas business in their books of accounts. The overseas advances gone up from 3,517 crores to 6,142 crores, which has gone up from 1.29% to 2%. Now, as the journey started for the Gift IBU City, the bank is in aspiration of making Gift City in 12 months minimum 1 billion book, and out of which 650 million they have already done. The bank has also decided that in the H2 they will be good to go with the retail products in their Gift IBU Center. Coming to the average tax, the income tax, it has come down to 10.66% of the profit for the whole year. Now, if you see the stacks of 12 public sector banks, the bank is ranking in terms of size at the position of 11. And the bank has decided that in the next 2 to 3 years, minimum they will improve to 2 notches. They will come at the position of 9th. Now, in terms of profitability, asset quality, the bank is ranking in position 1, 2, 3 on the critical ratios if you will compare with the industry peers. The bank has also got the approval from their board to open 1,000 branches in the next 5 years. The aspirations of the bank for this financial year. So the bank has aspirations of growing the total business at around 16 to 17%, within which advances at around 18%, deposit at around 14 to 15%, out of which CASA will maintain at around 50%. RAM book will be growing at around 18%, and RAM corporate ratio at around 60-40 plus minus 2%. Net interest income at around 15%, and the non-interest portion to grow at around 10%. The cost to income, they will continue to maintain as of last year below 40%, and ROA, they have actually upped their guidance number by 5 basis points. So ROA, they want to keep a guidance of 1.80%. ROE, they did 23%, plus for this year, they want to maintain a guidance of 20% and more. GNPA will remain within 2%, and NPA within 0.25%. Slippage will be maintained below 1%, and credit cost will be around 1%. PCR at 98%, and CRAR to be maintained at around 18%. As per the agreed formula, the bank has already disbursed the profit incentive up to officers of up to scale 3, and they had made a provision of 100% for officers of scale 4 and above, because there are some discussions which is still going on. Pool lending, around 14,000 approximate amount is towards pool lending, and the majority of pool lending is towards AA and AAA rated NBFCs. Co-lending gold arrangements, the gold loan book stands at present around 24,000 crores, which has grown up by 53%, and some odd 5,000 crores is where the bank has gone for co-lending arrangements, and they have signed up co-lending arrangements with 9 leading NBFCs and all A rated and above. Dividends, so the 10% was the interim and 12% was approved by the board. So it comes out to total of around 22%. So this was the overall analysis of the figures of Bank of Maharashtra. Thank you for watching the video.